Hello, my name is Victor Chimba. I am a student at Ivy Tech Community College here in Indiana, and this is LOGM 228. This is a presentation about the cultural differences in international trade. So, welcome, and I'm excited to present this project. We get straight into it. So, introduction. So, for this project, I've chosen to work with a company, a business that is based in Korea. This is a leading wholesale supplier of auto parts. It is called Neo Korea. It supplies original parts for Kia, for Hyundai, and according to the website, it was founded in 2011 and it has its headquarters back in Seoul in South Korea. So the main reason I chose to South Korea, for this presentation, because of the cultural practices that they do in Korea. So some of them that I've just named in this presentation are that Korea has a high power distance culture where there is indeed a gap between the authority and the workers. So, understanding this can help in navigating business negotiations and ensuring interactions. So, another thing is in Korea, unlike in the United States, they emphasize on group harmony and collective decision making. It is not like here in America where individuals are free to come up with their own ideas and do things on their own. But in Korea, they follow what a group, the needs of a group, the goals for a group, not individual goals. Well, the next point I mentioned was maintaining harmony and avoiding embarrassment. This is something really crucial in South Korea, and any confrontational approaches, they don't like that. So it's really important to ensure that all parties feel respected and valued. So overall, I chose South Korea for this assignment because it allows me to dive deep into how cultural differences impact international trade. By understanding South Korean cultural practices, businesses can navigate the complexity of international procurement more effectively. Yes. So, just a brief description of South Korea culture practices. The first one, just like I mentioned on the previous slide, is a hierarchy respect. So according to the 90-day Korea, the website, it talks about how it is very important, not just in a professional way, but also in social standings, social settings, where young people give respect to elders, same as in the professional setting. A worker or an employee gives so much respect to their superiors, unlike what happens in America. So the other cultural practice in South Korea is a polite bowing. It shows respect. It shows that you respect the people you're talking to, and it is a practice that is really very common even in professional settings. So it is very important if you're dealing with a company that is based in Korea and you're not familiar with such practices. The other practice I wanted to talk about was the gift giving. If giving out gifts, it is a practice that is common also back in South Korea. So on this slide, we will compare South Korean and United States cultural practices. We're going to start with the first one, which is the respect for hierarchy. In South Korea, there is so much respect, and younger individuals are expected to show respect to their elders, while employees show respect to their superiors. But in America, we can call our managers or our superiors even by name. We can address them by name, and we are also encouraged, because it's a free world, we are encouraged to voice our opinions regardless of what position that you have in the company. And also the issue of a group and also individuals. In South Korea, they make decisions based on a collective decision based on a group, the goals that the group has against what an individual really wants. But in the United States, it is a culture. It is a culture of bringing your individual skills, where your personal achievements and individual rights are highly valued. The last one that I had put here as a comparison between the South Korean and United States cultural practices is a harmony and first. So maintaining harmony and avoiding embarrassment is so crucial in South America, while maintaining good relationships is important in America. So you see, in South Korea, they really value harmony and avoiding embarrassment, and well, in the United States, it is a concept. It's a concept of saving face is less important, but creating a relationship. On this other slide, these are the benefits of researching a country's culture before conducting a procurement transaction or any other transaction that you want to have. Doing a research will make you have good communication with the people that you're dealing with the company that you're dealing with. You need to understand their cultural norms. You need to understand how they do the things, how they practice, and this will help manage your communication. The other thing is that you need to develop strong relationships, because when you know the culture, you will develop a relationship. You will not step on their toes. Also, you need to try to reduce misunderstandings, because you have done your research, so you know the cultural traits, the cultural practices, and you show respect by allowing them to do their practices and not try to put your practices on them. So this will reduce misunderstandings when you do your research. The other thing is it will increase the effectiveness of the negotiations, because you understand from the point they are coming from, and they will understand if you've done a research on your culture too. So decisions, negotiations, transactions will be better off if you've done all this research. The last one I had put here was the improved business outcomes. You score successfully in business, on business transactions, or even in procurement. You score if if you do your research. If you do your research. So the next slide. So this is just a summary of what I really learned from this research on culture and procurement. So through this research project, I gained valuable insights into how cultural differences significantly impact international procurement transactions. So it is really quite important to understand the cultural practices of a country if you want to score successfully, or if you want to have good business with people from different areas, different countries. Doing a research is quite important. Cultural awareness helps in tailoring communication. This is really important. It also helps you to build relationships. It also helps you to do negotiations effectively. So just this research by itself, me diving into the Korean culture practices, it has really made me aware of what I need to work on if I am in a situation where we are dealing with a foreign company. So, being culture informed, business can score successfully in the international trade.